it's over. Do you need anything like I need you? I've got no place to be alone, my friend. He cut his wrist instead. There's your answer. You better save yourself, or else nothing like success. I would rather be in hell than regret. Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need anything like I need you? No, I do. wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. Unbreaking, your radiant
Yo! Let's go! Paint away. How we doing? Monday! Paint away. Day and night, 6 hearts, so I'm okay. Someone new is pulling everywhere. I'm afraid to let them. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Yo, nothing is what I think. I will drown in pain. Yeah, 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 yeah. After you, I'm afraid of feeling some too soon. Cling to what you're given. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. I will drown in pink. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's go. No, I do not use the blue light protectors. I love blue light. Is pulling everywhere. I'm afraid to let them. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. I will drown in pink. Yeah, 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 yeah. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. I will drown in pink. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. Nothing is what I think. 'Cause I will drown in pain. Oh, 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 oh. Yo, yo, yo. All right, all right. Let's go. It's a good little intro. Hello, hello, hello. Ah. So, dude. How we doing on this fine Monday evening? How's it going? We living, we loving, we rocking, are we rolling? Are we absolutely killing it? Dude, so today's gonna be actually kind of a fun little jaunt that we're gonna take a look at. We have a couple of stories. We're going to look at Andrew Tate a little bit, some new threats leveraged by his lawyer, some interesting factoids about Barron Trump, wondering if those two are connected. Okay, the Tate, Barron Trump. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I think there's some crypto shit going on. I swear to you. I think there is some Tate, Barron Trump crypto shit going on. And I think that is complicating the Trump admin not getting involved. with that guy. So we're going to look at that, right? We are also on the buy a pardon plan. Yeah, but so guys, there's nothing to pardon, right? Because he's facing extradition to the UK. Andrew Tate's not facing any crimes here in America, guys. Like, he's not charged with any fucking crimes in America. So there's no pardon to be had for that guy, right? The question is, will Trump like try to spring him? Will Trump or Rubio try to get him out? But I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting. His lawyer is being weird, right? So we're going to look at that. The Tate, Trump, Barron connection. Then we are also going to look at Trump's epic fucking crash out. Again, he attacked another female reporter, and he weakly attacked Jon Ossoff because of our other thing, which is that simple Natalie Harp comment. All Jon Ossoff said was Trump would rather travel with Natalie than do his job. Holy shit. Have people been freaking out with that one comment? It wasn't even really a comment. It was like an aside. But it is like fucking people up. And then last but not least, what we're going to start with is we're going to start with this crazy story about the influencer Emily Hart. I don't know if you guys have heard this, but this is wild. And this very much speaks to the difference between liberals and MAGA. And so that's where we're going to start. We do have a good show. We're going to grind through it. I streamed to like 5 hours last night. Today's going to be shorter and hopefully more directed. I mean, anything can happen. Dude, this is fucking wild shit. I am going to kick us off with the goal. We're going to start with the goal since we're not doing too crazy of a long one. All right. The dance party, if we want to maybe get that going. Let's go. Maybe we'll get a dance party. Maybe we don't. But let's start with the influencer Emily Hart. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys have heard this, guys, but look at this. Okay, so there was both a tweet about it and it was a story in Wired magazine. Okay, it was a story in Wired that came out. When did this story come out? I don't know, 5 months ago or what have you, something like that. Emily Hart, look at this. This scammer used an AI generated MAGA girl to grift super dumb men. Okay, a med student says he's made thousands of dollars selling photos and videos of a young conservative woman he created using generative tools. Okay, now this story is insane, guys. It is insane because of what he learned while he was doing this dupe, while he was doing this adventure. All right. So there is a Wikipedia page about her. There she is. He based her loosely on Jennifer Lawrence, and he created a MAGA girl, and he named her Emily Hart. Okay, that was her name. Now, this is crazy. He's from northern India. He's a med student in India, and he was looking to raise money. Right? He wanted to raise money to pay for school. But here's where it gets crazy, guys. All right, watch this. Emily Hart was a virtual influencer created by an Indian medical student active on Instagram and FanView, and he went for 1 year during Trump's first year in office, from January 2025 to February 2026. Look at this. He represented Emily Hart as a nurse working in New York City, strongly supportive of President Donald J. Trump, right? She regularly posted pictures of herself in a bikini ice fishing, drinking beer, and handling firearms. Right? Accompanied by messages supporting Trump and his policies in the MAGA movement. Now, here's what's crazy about this, guys. This was not his first run, okay? Check it out. So he originally started one. He started one with a generic hot girl influencer, and it had no traction. And so what he did was he actually interacted with the Gemini, like LLM, and he asked Gemini, like, hey, how can I make this more successful? I'm trying to do this hot girl influencer and it's not taking. And so Gemini, Google's Gemini AI suggested that he aim it at conservative American men. That's what the AI told him. If you really want this to take off, make it a conservative aimed towards Donald Trump fans. Dude, right? And so he did that. And as soon as he did that, it fucking took off, bro. All right. Oh my God. So check this out. All right. He went ahead. So first he was making YouTube shorts, blah, right? He did it with Nano Banana. Okay. And what he did was none of the content hit. Okay. Until he switched to MAGA. Okay. Gemini said, the MAGA conservative niche, the Gemini AI called it a cheat code, guys. Right? And it said the conservative audience, especially older MAGA men, has a high disposable income, is more loyal, and let's face it, they're just fucking creepier, guys. Right? They're literally anything in a bikini that carries a gun and says, I want to noodle Trump. And like the old conservative men are like, yo, hey, old conservative men, what's up? Political punk here. Yo, you guys are suckers. Why you all so fucking creepy, bro? Seriously, what's the deal? Anything in a bikini. And you're like, oh, I'm going to hump the table. Oh, here, take my money. Oh, dude, the only thing this guy could have probably done better is if he put Donald Trump in a bikini and you guys would have like signed away your kids' college funds, right? You fucking weirdos, bro. Jesus, fuck you. Bye-bye. Dude, they're so creepy. But guys, it gets better. Trust me, it gets better. Okay? So, a representative for Gemini said Gemini was not supposed to give particular opinions. It's supposed to offer neutral responses that don't favor political ideology. But no, what it did is it offered a response that outed the fact that all of these MAGA men are creepy predators, guys. They will fall for anything, okay? But guys, trust when I say this, it gets better. It gets better, okay? So Sam created Emily Hart, a registered nurse based on Jennifer Lawrence, on an Instagram account for Emily Hart Nurse. He posted photos of ice fishing, drinking Coors Light, shooting off rounds at the rifle range, and with emoji-laden captions like, if you want a reason to unfollow, Christ is king, abortion is murder, and all illegals must be deported, right? He literally just created an AI slop bikini girl shooting guns, drinking beer, and saying the most rote right-wing platitudes out there. Now, frankly, I'm surprised with the Coors Light because that's a pretty woke beer, but that's just me. And he said shit like, POV, you were assigned intelligent at birth, but you identify as liberal with clown emojis. Okay. And though he never lived in the US, he became a student of MAGA ideology. Every day he'd write something pro-Christian, pro-Second Amendment, pro-life, anti-abortion, anti-woke, and anti-immigration. So what's wild about this, guys, is MAGA are so simple and so brain dead that a person from India who's never even lived here was able to get online and mimic this shit with an AI slop bikini girl. And he was literally making like $5,000 a month, okay? Which is insane money for India. He said the grift seemed almost too obvious, but to Sam's astonishment, he said the account blew up, right? Every reel I posted was getting 3 million, 5 million, 10 million views. The algorithm loved it, he claims. Within a month, Emily Hart had 10K Insta followers, many of whom also subscribed to her softcore AI-generated content on the OnlyFans competitor FanView. So he was leading them to a riskier, a more risque account on FanView. And between FanView subscriptions and selling MAGA-themed t-shirts, right, he was making a few grand a month. He was spending 30 to 50 minutes a day and was making like up to $5,000 a month. All right. Now, what ended up happening, okay, is let me see here, right? Like doing it with right-wing views is, I guess, pretty popular because right-wing people are so gullible. Okay, now, this is what's crazy. Okay, watch this because it gets even wilder. All right, now, you ready? So where was it? Okay, so pretty soon he's making $5,000 a month, right? He's selling nude photos that he made with Grok. Okay, this is another thing. You ready? So he opened a subscription account based on FanView. He was using Grok, of course, to make the like not legal nude version of her. Right? Dude, he's using Elon's platform. Jesus, right? And then he was making it, but now here's where it's crazy. Okay? So this thing took off because the progressives were leaving angry, negative comments, and the MAGA men were buying subscriptions, buying the nude shit, and falling in love with this girl. But look at this. So he experimented with an AI-generated woman sharing progressive politics along with suggestive content, and it failed, guys. After the conservative one took off, he tried to do a leftist version, and all the Democrats knew it was AI, and none of them bought into it. Isn't that hilarious? Right? Dude, so he tried doing the Dem version, and all the Dems were like, dude, this is cheap AI crap. They didn't buy it, right? The FanView account was where he made most of his money because he couldn't monetize the Instagram account, right? The Instagram did not promote the FanView account. So that's interesting. He was like doing it on both, right? And nevertheless, Emily Hart was besieged with messages and requests from the minute he opened the account. He said he did not enjoy interacting with their followers. One admirer sent her a video of him masturbating with a pillow while he viewed the explicit images on a tablet. And he sent him a $50 tip. Dude, a MAGA dude was jerking it with a pillow. And he sent him a video of it. Oh my God. And a $50 tip. Dude, gooners. All right. In February of 2026, Instagram terminated the account after it got flagged as fraudulent. Nobody knows how it got flagged. Okay. And then a Facebook page remained active when Wired was reporting on the story. Now that was shut down too. Okay. And he says he has no regrets and he does not believe he defrauded any of her followers and fans because he was giving them what they paid for. Okay. And the, I guess the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, right? The OECD said it does meet the definition of fraud and listed it as an AI incident. Now, I mean, guys, I think this is obviously fraud, but with a caveat, okay? Because it's fraud, right? I mean, pretending to be somebody while taking money is fraud, period. I don't care how you slice it. But with the caveat that only MAGA men would be dumb enough to buy into this shit, okay? Now, remember, we covered one of these not too long ago, that AI woman on Instagram that was hanging out with President Trump. Remember the one with all the feet in the pic? She was like saying she was a military person. She too was like blowing up. She had like 1 million followers on Instagram. Oh my gosh. All right. Now, there were imperfections in the photos posted that like her name tag said Jessica, right? Oh yeah. They're talking about Jessica Foster. That's the one that I'm talking about, right? They do mention it here that the Jessica Foster one is the one with in the army. Okay, dude, that's the one. So they do mention her. Jessica Foster was the army one. You know, isn't that crazy? Oh my God, dude, right? Sam said few of Emily Hart's fans cared whether she was real. Okay, the idea of an attractive young woman with politics like hers was the important thing. Even among some digital natives, there's a perspective of, well, I don't actually care if this is true. I like the sentiment of it. The MAGA crowd is made up of dumb people, like super dumb people, and they fall for it, right? Isn't that wild? Now, guys, this is what's interesting because of what he said there, how some of the people were like, you know, I don't even care if this is true. I literally just like the sentiment. I like the interaction. I like feeling like there's a MAGA woman like this. Now, this type of parasocial behavior is really common for people with warped senses of connection. This is what happens a lot with people that get heavy into prostitution, where they will go and hire prostitutes to pretend like they love them. And even though the prostitute is faking it and they don't love them and they are just playing a part, the person buying it feels loved. And this actually happens. Now, one of the half brothers who abused me, the one who's in prison, he used to do this. He used to go and visit prostitutes and he literally thought they loved him. There was like a weird fucked up connection, like a connection link where the fake love, the pretend love, the token love felt real to them. It felt real to him because he was so like emotionally dysregulated. Now, guys, I believe that this is actively functioning inside MAGA circles, okay? That MAGA men are so emotionally dysregulated that, and MAGA women too, that it doesn't even matter that Trump is lying, that Trump doesn't give a shit about them. All that matters is that Trump go through the motions of saying negative shit about his enemies, talking shit about Democrats, saying that they're winning the culture war, right? As long as he says those things, they're like, oh, we're winning, we're okay, we're safe, right? It doesn't even have to be real. They just need the reinforcement, like a toddler getting reinforcement from his mother. Like, seriously, these people are fucking warped, guys. They're warped. That's why policy doesn't matter. They literally, it doesn't have to be true. They just need the reinforcement so they can tell themselves that they're safe. They're fucked up, guys. Dude, mental, right? All right, so you ready? Here we go. Female MAGA influencers tend to do well on platforms for a few reasons. They're a relative rarity in the MAGA movement, unlike their Gen Z male counterparts. 18 to 29-year-old women overwhelmingly are liberal. So a young MAGA gun shooting woman in a bikini is pretty fucking rare, right? Young MAGA women are therefore more attention grabbing, right? And, you know, like the Swifties for Trump AI shit that Trump was using during the 2024 campaign, right? But the same logic, however, does not apply to left-wing influencer accounts. Okay, Sam created his short-lived liberal counterpart, and he said Democrats knew instantly it's AI, right? The algorithm also favors controversial views, making politically polarizing content more successful. This was Sam's experience, where he characterized as rage bait. Even though liberals would flock to the page to leave irate comments, they were still clicking. So win-win situations, you're getting engagement anyway, and everything goes viral, right? Lately, he says he noticed that pro-Nazi, pro-Hitler content has been getting especially high engagement on platforms like Reels, speculating that an AI hot girl Nazi influencer would blow up. It would just break all the records. When asked about this claim, a Meta spokesperson said, "We prohibit content that glorifies, supports, or represents Nazism, and we remove it when we find it." But guys, let me just tell you, Meta is the worst, okay? Facebook, oh my God. My first go around in my political channel back in 2023, I had any Facebook reel you made that was about like transgender rights would just get so amplified on Meta, on their platforms. It is insane how crazy this shit would go. It would just get so much engagement. Like, they really favor the far right toxic shit. They absolutely do on Facebook. And Facebook now is facing like $1 trillion lawsuit too, about, you know, Instagram and Facebook being made purposely addicting in trying to aim at kids. So there is a massive Meta lawsuit happening right now. I literally think it's $1 trillion. Yeah, look at this. They're facing a landmark federal trial in Oakland, California, where a coalition of states are seeking $1.4 trillion in damages over claims that Facebook and Instagram were deliberately designed to addict children and teens. And let me just tell you, having watched my son's generation go through it, 100%. And not only, guys, not only were they making this shit addictive to teens, but they were also feeding young people like a lot of like self-esteem breaking shit. Okay, like all the boys were getting hit with keeps and hymns and all kinds of advertisements about their hair and their skin, and like just a constant stream of like self-esteem shit that to both men and women alike, right? If there's a woman, they're getting sent like weight loss stuff or you know, borderline overweight, you're overweight kind of content. I mean, just real manipulative, playing on these social, you know, fears that everybody like tangles with. But they were literally pumping this shit to young people. And other platforms were doing it. One thing that happened when Elon took over Twitter, all of the gamer community noticed it. Like literally gamers were posting like, "Yo, Elon, stop showing me violence." He was pumping like violence of like people getting their heads kicked in to kids, 13-year-old gamer kids, just bombarding them with violence. I mean, it's insane, dude. The number of young gamers who were like, whoa, what is going on with Twitter? Just unfucking real. Oh, so crazy. Dude, so fucking crazy, guys. Fucking unreal, dude. Isn't that crazy? 1.4 trillion. Dude, Zuckerberg is such a scumbag, boss. All right. Isn't that wild? All right, so we saw Jessica Foster, right? And it looks like this. There was another account called Mayflower Mommy 13 featuring brief videos of a brunette woman in a car or in her kitchen with like American flag emojis. And, you know, if this American flag is your pride flag, I want to be friends. Let's MAGA. Oh my God, young fellas, pay attention. Jesus. So, dude, crazy. So it lasted for a year, guys, before he got juiced. 1 year, this thing was getting like millions and millions and millions of views on their Instagram reels. And it went for an entire year before it got pulled down. Isn't that fucking wild, bro? Jesus, dude. What are we doing, bro? Dude. Emily, there she was. Trump should tell all the illegals he will give them citizenship if they vote Republican and see how fast Democrats want them out of the country. There she is drinking a Miller Lite, dude. Ice fishing. Dude, there's nothing about this that is real, bro. And they actually, the old men were just giving away their money, dude. Oh my God, boss. Isn't that insane? There it is. He did it all for the 𝗙cie. Unbelievable, dude. Unreal. Never mind that, like, the flag is backwards. They're just so dumb. Dude, Elf! Let's go, baby! 42 years old. I play a lot of games. I will never judge anyone for playing unless it takes over. Let's go, Elf! Dude, we got 4 minutes left, guys. 28 away. Dude, 𝗙Punk says, I want to find a wise old rich lady IRL. Dude, yeah, dude, I don't judge people who play video games either, as long as they're not disrupting their life. I mean, I had a few drummers and people in my band that I did kick out of my band because they spent too much time playing Call of Duty and not enough time playing their drum kit. But, you know, I think there's nothing wrong with video games. They can be a lot of fun. It's just when people are using them to avoid their, you know, participating in their lives that it gets a little crazy. All right, guys, 3 minutes. Dude, Ethan, let's go. Dude, we got Emily Hart here. We're 27-3, baby. Let's run it up. Dude, I do play Fortnite every Saturday, just so you know. Man, I used to play so much Fortnite. When I was a Fortnite streamer, I literally played Fortnite like 8 to 14 hours a day, guys. Every day. It was crazy. You're a Halo guy? Gamer addiction is rampant. It is. It is. Duck Hunt? All right, that's a classic. 2 minutes, guys. Giddy up. Dude, summon Paula. All right, Shin Godzilla, let's go. Here we go, Paula.
Hey!
Sakatara, sakatara. 2 minutes, 26 and 2, baby. We need 13 a minute. We got this. Let's go. Dude, that shit is crazy. Paula, let's go. Dude, Aussie, shrimp on the bobby. You tried Fortnite, you hate it so much. Dude, I love Fortnite. 24, baby. Let's see if we can get 4 more before this minute craps out. I think we can do it. 4 more in the minute, and then we'll reset for 20. Oh, shit, boss. Let's go. 4 shrimps on the bobby. 1 minute. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go, dude. 𝗙cie_𝗆𝗆, I feel it in my bones. Paula! Dude, Paula loves it. Paula loves it when you feel it in your bones, boss. 23. Giddy up 3 more. Can you remove her pick? No. Who? Natalie Harp? Nah, dude. You don't like Natalie Hart's pick? Would you prefer fucking good old Joe McBride? Andrew Tate's bald lawyer? Always been good with the screen freezes. Let's go. Dude, my pause game is unrivaled. 22. Aussie, shrimps on the bobby. 21, let's go. Giddy up. We need 1 more before the turnaround. Let's go. Yeah, isn't that wild? So the guy that his influencer was a nurse in the city that drank beer, fired guns, spouted Trump platitudes, and went ice fishing. Jesus. And the old men just piled on the money. Dude, bang, bang, let's go! Let's go, 𝗙cie_𝗆𝗆. All right, we did it. We got 20. Now we can reset. Crazy. Dude, MAGA men are just total fucking hosers, boss. They are. I mean, I see this, guys, and this is one of the things that is, you know, I don't know. It's operative if you see people who are switching teams or seem to be gravitating towards conservative politics or conservative content creation. It is because the stuff is so controversial that it lights up algorithms, because algorithms literally don't care if this shit is good or bad for you. All it cares about is the engagement. And so the hateful, outrageous shit is always going to get more engagement. And simultaneously, MAGA men are like the lowest common denominator of human being. They just are. Dude, MAGA men, I'm going to set it for 15. All right, the MAGA men are literally just like total gooning degenerates. That's what they are, guys. They are degenerate gooners. They will buy into anything, right? That's just it. And you guys may have noticed this, okay? You may have noticed it. We've been sort of watching it with what goes on with like Sophie Cunningham. Okay, hold on. Let me try resetting it. It wasn't letting me do the fucking goal. All right, so we need 20. We need light blue and higher. We're gonna dance, dance, dance. Let's go, boss. There we go. There it is. All right, now the 20 is reset. But guys, with MAGA, it doesn't matter if it's real. All you have to do is espouse the ideology and you're in, right? They hated Nicki Minaj. And then the minute Nicki Minaj was like, fuck the woke people, they're like, dude, we love you, Nicki, right? Same with Sydney Sweeney. Oh, she's ours. And look what happened with Sophie Cunningham. All she had to do is say something about transgender people, and boom, instant acceptance. It doesn't matter who you are. Doesn't matter if you're a crook. Doesn't matter if you're a terrible person. Doesn't matter if you're an Epstein rapist. All that matters is that you espouse the ideology. That's it. You espouse the ideology and you are just in there, right? You are in there instantaneously. Dude, Jason's Australiana. Let's go. Shrimps on the bobby. 2 shrimps on the bobby. 𝗙cie𝗶𝗆𝗆, let's go. Dude, Jason's a 3rd shrimp on the bobby. A 4th shrimp on the bobby. Let's go. Yeah, isn't it weird, guys? It is weird that to them, they don't care at all about any aspect of your personality. You could be the worst fucking person, the most abusive, degenerate piece of shit. And if you espouse the like anti-abortion, you say Christ is king, and you talk about hating immigrants and trans people, you are instantaneously accepted. That's all it requires for membership into MAGA, is to espouse the platitudes, right? Everything else does not matter. That's crazy to me, guys, that there is no litmus test other than are you anti-immigration? Boom, you're in the club. No litmus test. Dude, Jason! Shrimp on the bobby! Another shrimp on the bobby! A 3rd shrimp on the bobby! We got Aussie Welder, a 4th shrimp on the bobby. Dude, we're gonna need a bigger bobby. Dude, they're terrible. They're fucking terrible, guys. They are. They are terrible. Fucking bizarre, boss. Fucking bizarre. All right, 11 away. We're killing this shit. All right? All right. Next up, moving right along. Let's go. Dude, Sumi, glad you're back and streaming. Let's go. Dude, it's good to be back. Thank you, Sumi. Appreciate you. 10 away, baby. Dude, we're going to easy. This is going to be an easy fucking... Tonight's going to be an easy peasy. Dude, Elf! No way, boss! Let's go! Elf says, I know you've been really busy with your tweets, but I think you're going really hard with translation and everything. Let's go! Dude, let's go! Dude, what do you mean with translation? What does that mean, dude? Let's go, Elf. Appreciate you, boss. Thank you. What does it mean with fucking... the translation and everything. Aussie, shrimp on the bobby. Let's go see Punk early in the morning. Let's fucking go. You're saying fucking shit is getting translated? New York strip? Dude, I love New York strips. I cooked a ribeye tonight. Right? Fucking ribeye, baby. A good one, too. Dude, America, what is wrong with our country? All right, I guess we should probably jump in and look at the Donald Trump stuff. Dude, what a fucking degenerate Trump is. All right, everybody, let's wave goodbye to Emily. Bye, Emily. Smell ya. Dude, we should, you know what we should do? Somebody out there, what happened with Dean Withers? Let's go! Dude, let's go, Austin. I mean, I don't know I didn't really get into the Dean Withers drama, but I think somebody was making up charges of like SA or something, saying that Dean Withers was SAing young men, right? But this shit was not, I don't think any of it, it was not based in fact. It was like some online shit. Right? I saw something about that. But dude, if you don't have people coming forward, you know the shit is fake. Right, dude, we love you, Emily. Take care. Take care, boss. All right. So let's go to the Trumpenstein. Right? Wasn't it about grabbing junk? I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I said, when I saw it, I knew that shit was fake. I did. I knew it was fake because there was no victim. You know what I'm saying? There was no victim. We got to look at some of this shit, dude, because Fox News was going crazy. All right. But this is the thing today, okay, that was really fucked up, bro. Okay? All right, I think this is the whole thing. Dude, this guy is such a pig, bro. He is. Hold on, I want to make sure I have the whole thing. All right, let me make sure I got it correct. Okay. So yeah. All right. I think this is the whole thing. We'll just watch this chunk. Dude, yeah. So there are a couple of things that I noticed about today. In particular Trump, because guys, his game is slipping. Now, we're about to watch him have a meltdown on yet another female reporter and another more of this like hardcore whatever, you're fake news, quiet. He gets all commanding and all grapey. But it goes beyond that because he's continuing to have these meltdowns that the right-wing influencers all think is like, ooh, the greatest thing. But he was also visibly like shaken and off his game. He tried to take a few shots at John Ossoff and they weren't landing. Like none of his shit is landing. And I think that's part of what's going on now too, guys, is he's got to know he's losing the House. He may very well lose the Senate too. His administration is failing across the board. He can't get out of Iran. And what's more though, guys, he's lost his magic. He can't even quell the infighting in his own caucus anymore. And he used to just be able to do this. He used to be able to show up and say the right thing and everyone would get in line. And now he does not have that. Everyone's revolting against him and he can't bring them back. And it's that stench of fucking failure that he reeks of that really fucks him up, guys. I mean, think about this. He lost to Joe Biden and 6 years later, he is still talking about Joe Biden. So him not being able to like bring MAGA together and him watching Tucker and Candace and all these other influencers peel off and shit on him and watching his approval rating just tank and watching his tariffs fail and losing in court and Iran being like, fuck you, not listening to him, and Netanyahu being like, fuck you, I'm going to blow up what I want to blow up. You know that he is livid. Dude, I bet part of the reason why he sleeps all day is he is up all night just livid. This guy is so livid and miserable because he has lost control of the ship. He's lost complete control. He is now a passenger on the menu, is what he is right now. That's what he is, dude. There was a great GBH song called Passenger on a Menu. And that's what he is, man. The crash out asshole in chief. The CAC. Crash out asshole in chief. Dude, let's go. Dude, and we got the 𝗨𝗡𝗞. Let's go, 𝗨𝗡𝗞. We love to see it, dude. All right, 5 away, guys. 5 away in 19 minutes. We got it. We so got the dance party. But let's watch this clip. Hold on.
Why hasn't?
Oh, I had it muted. Sorry, my bad. Here we go.
Why hasn't Kim Jong-un responded to your request to have a conversation?
How do you know he hasn't responded?
Has he?
Yeah, he has.
Did you speak to
Where
him?
are you in conversation?
And very positive. Well, just so you understand with South Korea, look, South Korea has been protected by us for many, many years.
Dude, just that bit right there, just look at how obvious the lie. How do you know he hasn't responded? Oh, yeah, he has responded beautifully. Dude, such a fucking liar. So blatantly lying. And you know, first off, I thought communism bad, guys. What happened to communism bad? Now all of a sudden it's like he loves communism. He's ready to get down and like polish the communism knob. But dude, that lie in the beginning is so crazy. I'm just going to let it play now. But I had to call that one out because it was so obviously fake. Like, bro, him like desperate. He's like desperate for these reporters' approval. He's just like flailing, guys. Dude, Elf, no way, Elf, let's go. Says, I don't dislike WNBA Cunningham, but I respect her for being honest, a person, but having going through throughout whatever she posts. I don't think it's verbatim, consistent through both sides. Let's go, Elf. Dude, you're crazy, boss. We love to see it. Let's go, dude. Tingle bitties. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Let's go. Here we go.
Why hasn't Kim Jong-un responded to your request to have a conversation?
How do you know he hasn't responded?
Has he?
Yeah, he has.
Did you speak to
Where
him?
are you in conversation?
And very positive. Well, just so you understand with South Korea, look, South Korea has been protected by us for many, many years.
Yeah.
And during my first term, they agreed to pay close to $3 billion a year for protection because we don't, you know, they essentially weren't paying. And I asked them to do that at my request. I said, not right. They weren't happy about it, but they agreed. I asked for $10 billion, and they were very unhappy. But we agreed for a short term that it would be $3 billion, and next year it would go up, and the next year it would go up, so they start paying for their protection. When the election was rigged and I ended up watching for 4 years and then coming back, I watched Biden rescind that $3 billion a year for whatever reason. When I called recently the president of South Korea, who I like, I think he's very nice actually, but I called him, I said, would you like to give us a little hand? We don't need help with Iran, but if you'd like, give us a hand with Iran. He said, no thanks. And I said, wait a minute, we have 39,000 soldiers over there guarding you from Kim Jong-un, your next door neighbor, and you're not going to help us on a very easy military operation?
Dude, yeah, a very easy military operation that is now 6 months he can't get out of. Dude, nobody wants to help you on your stupid bullshit Netanyahu knob polishing war, you fucking degenerate. Right? Dude, what a loser. Look at him. Dude, look at him, dude. He looks like a fucking wart on the ass of an elephant with a tie like choking the wart, where any minute now you're expecting elephant ass pus to just shoot out of the top of his head. Bro, this guy is so gross, dude. He is like, how is he not in a fucking pine box yet? Right? This lying motherfucker, bro.
In Iran? That's strange. No, we'd rather not get involved. I say, well, why are we involved in helping you? So, and I want to help them, but...
Sure you do.
You know, when you ask somebody, would you like to give us a hand? And they say, no thanks. And then we're guarding them from a country and paying ourselves billions of dollars. It's costing us billions and billions of dollars to protect not only them, but other countries. Look at NATO. We spend hundreds of billions of dollars protecting Europe from Russia. Hundreds of billions, mostly from Russia, but from other things too.
All right, here it's about to go off the rails. Let me get these real quick, though. Dude, we got Aussie shrimp on the bobby. Let's fucking go. Dude, let's go. All right, guys. We are 3 away, baby. 3 away. We got this. Here we go. All right, fuck you, Trumpy.
And then they say, well, they don't want to get involved with guarding the Strait, where they get most of their oil. They get 50% of their oil, and they don't want to get involved. Why are we doing it? So all I want is fairness. And South Korea, I get along with them very well, but they were paying $3 billion a year, and then they convinced Biden that I was probably a bad person, and they shouldn't, and he immediately rescinded that order. So we were getting paid. We would have been getting paid a lot more, but we can't go around and protect all of these countries, especially when they're not there to help us.
On the expiration of the Memorandum of Understanding, are you any closer today to reaching a final deal to end Iran's nuclear program?
Well, they want to make a deal, but they're not going to make the kind of a deal that I feel is necessary. Look, we're in there for one reason. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Dude.
You understand that?
What a
Iran
fucking
cannot
idiot
have a
this
nuclear
guy
weapon.
is. Jesus.
And they won't have a nuclear weapon. And right now, them building one after what we did previously with the B-2 bombers, going to be a long time to have. But Iran cannot have. It's very simple. They can't have a nuclear weapon.
How do you respond to those folks who say that you are prioritizing the interests of adversaries in North Korea over our longtime partners by scaling back these military exercises?
No, I'm making it much safer. You see, I'm actually making it much safer.
Oh, yeah.
Kim Jong-un has always treated me with great respect. And we met on a
great respect.
Actually, 2 primary occasions.
What a dink.
Spoken and spent time. I understand him. He understands me. You're doing war games.
Dude, we understand each other. Me and Kim Jong-un, we just understand each other. I know how to tug him. He knows how to tug me. Dude, what is this fucking loser? Dude, Elf says, I'm very sorry for South Korea. Yeah, we all are. Engrain, let's go. Thank you, Jason's Australiana shrimp on the bobby. We made the goal. Let's go. Dude, John Wilson, let's fucking go, baby. Thumbs up to you too, boss. Dude, we understand each other. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Along with him. You know, he didn't like Biden. He didn't like Obama. He didn't like anybody. But I get along with him very well. No, what I'm doing is making things safer. Just the opposite. Quiet. You're very disrespectful in front of this young man. Okay? Don't you find her disrespectful? He understands. Quiet. Who are you with?
I'm with CNN.
Fake news. You're fake news. You're a loud, boisterous person. You're fake news. Be quiet. Be quiet. Be quiet. You're a fake reporter, and you report fake news. Go ahead.
Mr. President, is there enough food on the USS Lincoln?
Yeah, it is. That was a CNN fake report. The Lincoln has been out there for a period of time, good period of time, but over.
Dude, I need to pause it right there. Dude, this shit gets my blood boiling. Like, he is such a piece of grapist shit, okay? Like, singling her out, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, right? You totally picture him, you know, fucking sweaty, graping somebody, telling them to be quiet with that same voice, right? He is such a fucking loser. And then he tries to co-opt the kid into this. Right? He tries to bring the kid into it. This kid who's sitting there unrelated to this shit, but he tries to like rope him in to his little like, you know, power mongering fantasy. And yeah, she, not a care in the world. She kept going. She kept speaking up. And he's just like, oh. And then the other reporter follows it up with a question about the fucking aircraft carrier, right? And which he's lying about. Dude, the soldiers on these aircraft carriers and these boats in the Middle East, they don't have any food. They're running out of toiletries. The female soldiers don't have any tampons. They're drinking fucking toilet water, man. Right? And this guy is telling reporters to be quiet. Jesus, dude. He needs a boot right up his ass. I'm telling you right now, guys, I watched this and it is like the quiet Piggy, his attacks on Caitlin Collins, his attacks on female reporters going all the way back to his first admin because he's just a rapist, degenerate woman abuser. So that's just what he does. But I can't wait until 2028. I can't wait for 2028. I can't wait for 2028. You know why, guys? Let me tell you why. Yo, Trumpy, let's go. This is Political Punk here. I can't wait for 2028. You know why? Because we are going to come and drag your swollen, like elephant ass pus, degenerate ass. We are going to drag you kicking and fucking screaming out of the White House by your fucking toupee, and we are going to toss your dumpy, sweaty, shit-smelling ass right in the fucking road, bro. That's it. And that's it. And Natalie Harp is going right in the road afterwards. All right? Dude, you guys can human centipede together for all we fucking care. But I don't care. If you're hiding in the bunker, we're coming in after you. All right? You degenerate. Jesus, learn how to show some respect. Show Dick some respect. Fuck you. Bye-bye. All right. Let's go. Dude, like, honestly, I can't wait. I can't wait to show this guy the door. What a degenerate. Right? What a fucking degenerate. Dude, he is such a scum, bro. And what's wild, here, let's just finish this and then we'll look at some of the MAGA reaction.
For the years we've had him out there, much longer. I was at a group meeting and an admiral came up to see me over the weekend. Oh. And
sure he did.
A big group, and he happened to be an admiral retired.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I've been on ships that are out there much longer than that, sir. Oh. And I know people on the Lincoln, they say it's beautifully maintained and beautifully taken care of. And other people went out and they found out to be true. It was fake news reporting from CNN.
Yeah, it's not fake news. There are all kinds of people that have text messages from the soldiers or from the family of soldiers, right? He's lying. Look at him, though. Look at him. What an ugly motherfucker this guy is. Like, so grody, dude.
Mr. President, there's a report that a senior intelligence official with the CCP just bought a historical building overlooking the White House. Have you heard about this?
No, I haven't heard
this.
Mr. President.
Dude, he is such a degenerate piece of crap. But look at this shit, though, guys. So these people were so in love with this. Like, if we go into, you look at the right wingers, they were so enamored by this shit. Okay, like Eric fucking degenerate Doherty, right? What does he say? Look at this. He says, "Oh my God, this CNN fake news reporter just started yelling at the top of her lungs, and President Trump scolded her and even used her as an example for the kid not to follow." Right? Yelling, quiet, quiet, yelling. Dude, the same shit with Sortor. He was doing the same thing, guys. These guys are so phony. He does the same shit. Where is it? He says, President Trump just chastised a CNN reporter for screaming in the Oval Office and even got the 10-year-old next to him to agree. You're very disrespectful in front of this young man. Don't you find her disrespectful? He understands. Quiet, quiet. Now, CNN responded to this, and CNN said, Kristen Holmes is one of the most respected and accomplished journalists covering the White House. This afternoon, she did her job and asked the President of the United States a tough, relevant, and newsworthy question on behalf of the American people. Public officials are free to challenge reporting they disagree with, but personal attacks on journalists for asking questions are beneath the office and inconsistent with the principles of a free press. We stand firmly behind Kristen and reject these attacks in the strongest possible terms. Like, dude, this guy is such a wuss, bro. He is such a weakling. He is so pathetic. Weakling. Just weak. 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 Let's go. Dude, Ethan, did you see Tim Pool rage quit his Jubilee debate? Yes, I did. I saw Tim Pool rage quit. I would love to cover it, but Jubilee copy strikes me every time. So we're not going to cover that. We may cover his reaction to the rage quit. But yeah, Jubilee, dude, I can't stand Jubilee. But he did. Tim Pool got up and walked off because he too is a thin-skinned loser, right? I mean, the guy was making a good point too for Tim Pool, right? He was just saying, hey man, when you keep like making these things saying, oh, a civil war is about to break out, no one's going to trust you after that, right? Dude, it's true. But guys, Tim Pool though, guys, excuse me, Tim Pool, he's kind of done. Okay, he is. I know that like the corpse has not fully come into fruition, but Tim Pool is essentially done, and it's because of that Russian money. Okay, it is. It's because of the Tenet media scandal. Because Dave Rubin, everybody knew Dave Rubin was a snake. Nobody cared about him getting paid off. The same with Benny Johnson. Everybody knew that Benny Johnson is a snake, a degenerate, a liar. Nobody cared that Benny Johnson was taking Russian money because Rubin and Johnson were crooks. But Tim Pool, okay, he had a niche, guys, and his niche was like, I'm the real guy. Okay, that was the niche. Whether you believed it or not, the niche he played was like, no, I'm the honest one. I'm the working class one. I'm not the fucking Yale educated. I'm like the guy on the street who's always being honest with you. And so what happened was when he got caught taking Russian money and then being illegitimate, that just fucking ruined him. Okay, it ruined him because the only thing he had, I mean, he's not a good speaker. He's not particularly interesting, but the one thing he had was that he was like the Occupy Wall Street guy on the street, the guy who's gonna be real and tell it to you straight. And so he like really fucked up his shtick, guys. And he's scrambling because he expanded that media company to be this really big thing with a lot of employees, and it's not making a lot of money anymore, guys. That shit is crashing. So, dude, Tim Pool he's having a TYT moment right now, guys. He is having a TYT moment where his shit is like dying on the vine, dude. He is dying on the vine, bro. Dude, oh shit. He is so cooked. I don't think he'll ever get it back, guys. I'm serious. I don't think he will ever get it back because he broke a trust that was like the only thing he had, you know? I have a personal philosophy about these things, and you know what it is? It's burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Burn, baby, burn. Burn the motherfucker down. Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. Let's go. Dude, let it burn to the ground. Dude, fuck Tim Pool. Okay? Seriously, fuck that guy. Dude, podcast Inferno, yes. Oh. Dude, let's go. Let's fucking go, dude. Dude, the obsession with the hat, that always bothers me. Like, I get it. All right, Tim, you got male pattern baldness. You got a George Costanza head at like 19. I get it. You're mad. You're upset. We all get it. But like, don't wear a hat 24/7, right? You know what I'm saying? Did you see him at Mar-a-Lago? Look at this shit, guys. Look at this fucking shit, dude. Look at this. This is insane, bro. He went to Mar-a-Lago in the fucking summertime and he wore a suit with the beanie, dude. Dude, like, bro, I mean, you have the crippling fear of baldness. Like, really? Like, really? You went to Mar-a-Lago with a suit and you had to wear the fucking beanie in like 92 degrees, swamp-like humidity in Palm Beach in the middle of summer? You're fucking joking, bro. Like, what the hell are we talking about? Look at this image, dude. He's standing next to the pool. Dude, in the height of summer, and he's wearing the fucking beanie with a suit, bro. Yo, that is like a level of insecurity. That shit is like terminal, boss. Terminal insecurity right there. Dude, that is wild, okay? Just wild. Jesus, right? Dude, we've all seen him without his beanie. We've all seen the video. I mean, he's just got George Costanza head, bro. Right? He's just literally got a fucking, you know, he's got a full dome. Right? No one fucking cares. No one cares but Tim Pool. Right? Tim Pool's the one who cares. Because he's a fucking weirdo. Dude, what a degenerate. We're going to kick the shit out of him, dude. All right? Now, dude, let's pivot. Dude, let's pivot to Natalie Harp. Okay? Because let's watch the John Ossoff comment about Natalie Harp. All right, we're moving on. We're moving along. We got to get on fucking Natalie Harp. This is crazy. Okay? This is so bizarre. All right. So this was the comment that got everybody fucking, like, got everyone in Trump world, like, geeked out. Okay, watch this. You ready? Here we go.
And while the sailors on the Lincoln fight his war, while he fruitlessly drains our munitions and oil reserves, the president sleeps through his meetings.
Yikes.
He golfs and trades stocks. See, he doesn't want to do the job. He wants to build his ballroom and travel with Natalie on their apparently defenseless flying palace gifted by the Emir of Qatar.
Dude, what a brutal comment. He doesn't want to do the job. He wants to build his ballroom, travel with Natalie on their apparently defenseless private jet gifted from the Emir of Qatar. Oh my God, dude. Just, right? He just fucking laid into it. Now, here's what's so wild about this, guys, is all Ossoff said was travel with Natalie. That's it. That's all he said was travel with Natalie. He did not infer that Trump was having an affair. He didn't go into any lurid details. He didn't even attack them. He just said all Trump wants to do is travel with Natalie, which is what he does. She's everywhere. If he's in a golf cart, she's like next to him. If he walks out of the room, she goes running after him. Okay, now Trump, though, fucking melted down because of this. He did. Like, Trump had an absolute meltdown, and they asked him about it. Okay, they asked him about it. They asked him about Ossoff, and here's what they said. Okay, here's what Trump said. Okay, here we go.
Yesterday, John Ossoff said you'd rather travel with your aide, Natalie Harp, and build the ballroom than do your job as president. What is your response to John Ossoff?
You mean 𝗵𝗍𝗄𝗎? 𝗵𝗍𝗄𝗎 lookalike? No, I would much rather do other things. It's we're building a great facility here. We're fixing a White House that hasn't been taken care of. You can look at this. This room was a disgraceful situation in the Oval Office.
Dude, but look at what he said. Oh, you mean 𝗵𝗍𝗄𝗎? The 𝗵𝗍𝗄𝗎 lookalike? Dude, it didn't land, right? It didn't land. Not at all. He called him 𝗵𝗍𝗄𝗎. Not really. Did you see how quiet the room was? Like, not even his own people chuckled. Because it was just like, oh, you know, that's not funny. That's not even a good slam. Like, he doesn't even have a good name for him, right? And then look at him talking about how awful the White House was. But look at this shit. Look at all this fake fucking gold, dude. Dude, he looks like he's sitting in like a 7-year-old kid decorated the room to be like an Arabian palace. And that's literally the room he's sitting in. Dude, this room looks like dog shit with all this fake gold shit. Dude, it does. It looks like a giant fucking gold giraffe. Just shat gold. Sprayed it all over the walls. Dude, it's so gaudy. It is so fucking gaudy, right? Now, the thing didn't land. It did not land at all. But, dude, look at some of these clips of Natalie Harp. You ready? It is impossible to overstate how batshit this woman is. Here's a cut up from Decoding Fox News of some of Natalie Harp's greater moments.
We can't talk about winning back the House and Senate in 2022 and the White House in 2024 if we don't act on the fact that we actually did win the White House and the Senate in 2020. We shouldn't be afraid to say that because it's true. We the people know America, as we know it, could be ending in the next 2 or 4 years, which is exactly what President Trump is warning us. They think if they can get President Trump, they can get the 75 million people to shut up and stand down. And they, as President Trump said at CPAC yesterday, each of us, if we haven't already, have a decision to make. Not in 2022 at the ballot box, but right here and right now, to choose a side. And by the way, sidelines don't count. It just shows how desperate the Democrats were to find the votes to make up for President Trump's insurmountable lead. And they can be summed up in 2 words. Trump won. President Trump says nothing's easy, but who wants nothing? Certainly not us. For above all else, we want to save America. President Trump is right. We don't have the luxury to sit back and wait. This is not an off year or in-between year. This is the year we decide the future of our country. Could Trump supporters be labeled enemies of the state? Because they are still afraid, not just of President Trump, but we the people. Thank God for 4 years, we had one who still inspires us to this day, as do the words he spoke at West Point over 1 year ago, which perhaps are even more timely now than they were then, in what history will remember as one of the greatest speeches President Trump ever made. President Trump once said, "What separates the winners from the losers is how a person reacts to each new twist of fate." As President Trump often says, he should have just gone to the beach and we would be so much better off than we are right now. But as President Trump says, nothing's easy, but who wants nothing? And right now we're realizing we're going to end up with nothing if we don't fight back. That was 1 year ago today, when thanks to President Trump's peace through strength, President Trump never got enough credit for being a president that never started any new wars. That we would have seen peace even with Iran because we would have made a deal with them. President Trump was on track to do that. It was beautiful to see, and it's so beautiful to see President Trump's living legacy going on because this is a legacy of peace that will be passed on from generation to generation.
Dude, Is that like, wow. Is that not insane? Like, honestly, what is wrong with this woman? What a robot. President Trump, he's peace. He's going to be remembered as the peace president. The peace. He even made peace in Iran. President Trump, he won the election. President Trump is in my girdle right now. President Trump is my hemoglobin. Together, my heart pumps President Trump. I eat the corn out of his shit in my dreams. Dude, it is wild. Okay, now, everybody, though, guys, everybody started reacting to, again, that innocuous comment. Let's listen to the Ossoff comment one more time here.
He wants to build his ballroom and travel with Natalie on their apparently defenseless flying palace gifted by the Emir of Qatar.
Okay? He wants to build his ballroom and travel with Natalie. That's all he said was travel with Natalie. But guys, everybody's been freaking out. Look at this shit, right? I don't think any woman would want to travel with Ossoff. Natalie is smart, professional, and successful. Ossoff has to make a sexist remark. How is him saying all he wants to do would travel with Natalie? That is not sexist. By the way, 𝗙𝗪𝗡, your husband was like fondling the genitals of young men, staffers of his. Your gay husband. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, Mercedes. You know what I'm saying? And then look at this. Other people here, right? The left really saw a successful, loyal woman and said, let's invent an affair. Nobody invented an affair. Nobody believes that Donald Trump is boning Natalie Harp with his squishy 2-inch micro penis. Nobody thinks he's having an affair. Dude, nobody. We all think that Natalie Harp is scooping the fucking diarrhea out of his diaper with like a fucking metal spoon. Nobody thinks he's fucking this weirdo. Right? Nobody. Okay? Now, what we do know is that...
That must be 35.
Traveling from India to California with an
she's like typing out his post.
How many people are watching?
Can we tell how many, Dan? How many people are watching?
She's talking about how great San Francisco was before she destroyed it. A lot of talk about childhood. We've got to get to...
Right, there she is just typing away. Look at him fucking... Dude, she is fucking creepy. But nobody thinks she's fucking boning him. But guys, they were freaking out. Look at that. Robert Graham. Yikes. He says, don't be a sexist jerk. Right? Like, what was sexist about that comment? Okay? Jon Ossoff's attempts to clean up his travel with Natalie line by claiming it was a commentary about all his White House aides. Right? Oh, they're all mad. Oh, dude, the Natalie Harp really fucking hit a trigger, guys. Okay? It really hit a trigger. It did. Dude, everybody was flipping out on this. All right? Look at this guy. This guy says Natalie's a sweetheart, never had a negative thing to say about anyone. She doesn't deserve all the shit she's been receiving. Dude, yes, she does. She is a freak, okay? She is a freak and a weirdo. She is so bizarre, right? There she is. When Caroline Leavitt was having her fall from grace, there's Natalie, right? She's in every fucking shot related to Trump. There's another photo on Natalie, like peeking around. There's Trump, dude. He looks like shit, but this looks like it's been AI enhanced, right? This photo. But Natalie Harp, again, everywhere you go is like Natalie Harp. Here's Trump at his golf club, okay? And then what are you going to see in a minute? You're going to see, oh, there she is. There's Natalie Harp. Dude, she is like everywhere. just fucking, right? She is always in the periphery. Again, it's weird. Is she the hospice nurse? Is she the diaper changer? There's a real good chance there she was at the what do you call it? The ceremony for the fucking, the dignified transfer from the dead bodies of the soldiers, right? Here's another weird one with him and Natalie Harp. Okay, this is him like kissing her, grabbing her lower back.
Thank you, Mr. President. You know, we all been...
Dude, he's got to get that lower back, boss. Dude, she is a weirdo. Where's the other one, though? There was, I think it was 𝗙𝗪𝗏. People were flipping out on this. Look at this. So look at what 𝗙𝗪𝗏 says. He says, Natalie Harp is a bone cancer survivor who only lived because Trump greenlit the right to try an experimental treatment when you were terminal. I met her back then. She went to work for him after recovery. Ossoff is a vile coward for insinuating they're having an affair. He should apologize to Natalie for doing this. I don't think any of us would want our daughters talked about like this. But all Ossoff said was Trump would rather travel with Natalie. That's all he said. And 𝗙𝗪𝗏 is turning it into our daughters? I'm like, dude, I was like, yo, dude, your rapist president literally essayed people's daughters. And you're talking about Jon Ossoff saying he would rather travel with Natalie? Dude, they are like flipping out. Now, this is weird, okay, that they are so flipped out by this, guys. That's something is very, very wrong that they are all so triggered, okay? Scott Jennings, the same way. Scott the liar Jennings. Look at what this guy said, too. What a crazy person. Where is it? He says, this is quite a message for the Democratic Party to send to young women working in politics. Party of women, pretty ugly stuff. All he said was Trump would rather travel with Natalie. That's all he said, dude. What in the hell, dude? Isn't that weird? That they are all have extrapolated this shit. They make it sound like Ossoff said, you know, Natalie's a fucking whore and she's like sucking Trump's D in behind the dumpster, right? They're like off their fucking rocker. Trump literally berated a reporter today for like the 50th time. He cheated on all his wives. He makes smarmy and sexual comments about everyone. He was Epstein's best friend. And they're like, Ossoff says Trump would rather travel with Natalie. Travel with Natalie has them all broken. He broke their fucking brains by saying Trump would rather travel with Natalie. Isn't that wild? Dude, I have never seen people flip out like this. Now look at Anna Paulina Luna. Dude, 𝗙cie, let's go! 5 gifteds! Look at what Anna Paulina Luna did. Now, Anna Paulina, just between you and me, sister, you got to do something like your lip guy is crazy, okay? You got to do something about your lips. You are starting to look like you have advanced Mar-a-Lago disease. Dude, thank you, 𝗙cie. Let's go. Welcome to the new members. All right, here we go.
I have to make a video on this because Jon Ossoff, who's running for Senate in Georgia, took time today to be a sexist, arrogant I don't know how else to say it. Is it not possible for young women that are attractive to be, I don't know, good at their jobs, being elevated to positions of power based on the fact that they're qualified for these positions? No, according to people like John Ossoff, who, by the way, instead of focusing on issues like maybe why his own party is blocking efforts to cap student loan interest at 2% because they don't want to work with Republicans ahead of the midterm, which, by the way, this would affect all Americans in a positive way. No, that's not important enough. What he wants to talk about is spreading a rude, disgusting rumor about a young woman who works as the president's assistant in the White House. Her name's Natalie Harp.
Her name is Diaper Shoveler. New band name, the Traveling Natalies. Let's go. Thank you, Austin. Dude, let's go one more time with the memberships. Thank you, C-Punk. Dude, isn't that crazy? All he said was he'd rather travel with Natalie. And they are all fucking melting. They are melting down. I have not seen a meltdown. Now, guys, hold on, though. You ready? Just watch.
Those people who don't know who Natalie is, she's incredibly important in regards to getting things done for the president. But not just that, she's actually a bone cancer survivor. Oh. So she was given a second chance on the president's right to try. And
she's a bone survivor.
She's an incredible person.
Dude, an incredible person. But guys, all Ossoff said for the 100th time was he'd rather travel with Natalie. That was it. And they are flipping the fuck out. But can we remind everybody what Donald Trump says about women, shall we? You ready? Here we go.
When you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything.
Pull the hell.
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. You can do anything.
Dude, this part, though, is haunting. When you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. They let you do it. That's this rapist angle. They let you. He's like, I'm not doing anything wrong because they're letting me, right? Because in Trump's mind, well, if I was really graping them, they'd stop me. But they let me do it, so therefore I'm not doing anything wrong. Isn't that fucking gnarly? He is so disgusting. He is such a fucking pig, bro. This guy is the gnarliest, degenerate fucking piglet out there. Quiet, Piggy. Quiet, Piggy. Come here, Piggy. Hold on. Ready? I got it. I got you. Quiet, Piggy. Dude, yo, Trumpy! Political punk here. Quiet, Piggy. What's up? Oink, 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 oink. Oh, dude, Natalie grabbing your udders. Oh, she's squeezing the little pork canoodle. Oh, Natalie. Oh, type my tweets. Oh, scoop out my diaper. Quiet, Piggy. Piggy goes to sleep now. Come here, Natalie. Fuck you. Bye-bye. Jesus. Dude, look at him, bro. He does look peaceful, guys. Dude, I don't know what it is, guys, but did y'all see the Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Every time I look at this photograph, I just, for some reason, like a sledgehammer just pops into my mind, right? It just goes like, ding, and I just see this floating sledgehammer, just floating in the air, just a 24-ounce sledgehammer. Dude. Oh, geez, dude. Isn't that crazy? Oh, shit. Oh. Dude, this is like the best I've seen him look, right? Oh, my God. Yeah, dude, his Pee-wee Herman comment, it just didn't really land, you know? I mean, he tried real hard with the Pee-wee Herman. But that shit didn't land. Trumpy. Pine box. Dude, hold on. Let me see here. Let me get some information here about her and Trump and the bone cancer. So she was diagnosed with stage 2 bone cancer. All right. And in 2015, she was accidentally injected with something instead of the correct treatment. And then everything was fucking, like she was running out of options to treat the bone cancer. Okay. Then Trump signed the Right to Try Act, which allowed certain terminally ill patients who have exhausted approved treatments to access experimental therapies that are not yet FDA approved. And then she went and did some treatment. And in 2019, she said she's not dying anymore. And that's what led her to become obsessed with him. And then she joined his staff in 2022. Now, she did some experimental immunotherapy. Right? So that's just it. Like he didn't even do anything specific, except he signed a bill that says if you're allowed to do experimental non-FDA approved therapies. But I mean, she could have done that shit without the law, I'm sure. But so, yeah, that's the thing, okay? But, hold on, though. Let me see here. I don't think this is true, though, okay? Like, look, here, let's look at it. Because, guys, from what I'm discovering, you ready for this? When you look at a fact check, it was the Johnny MAGA account is the one that started this. Okay, Johnny MAGA started the on the internet, on Twitter, that she received life-saving treatments because of his Right to Try Act. Now, Johnny MAGA is a White House staffer, guys. This is a person who works for Trump that pretends to be a MAGA person online and like literally just touts Trump policy. Okay. It's the Johnny MAGA account. I don't know if you've seen Johnny MAGA, but he blocked me too, right? He's a little sensitive, but it is a White House staffer. All right. This guy that pretends to be fucking, something he's not. But all right, so let's see what we got here. So it says that, the video shows Harp speaking at the 2020 RNC convention, and she called Trump her Good Samaritan. She repeatedly said the law helped her access treatment for bone cancer. But look at this. The claim has faced scrutiny from medical experts. Harp received an FDA-approved drug for an unapproved use, a practice known as off-label use. So she didn't even do the right to try shit. She took an approved drug and used it for something she wasn't supposed to use it about. Okay? And she's now his executive assistant. But the claim is misleading that his Right to Try Act enabled her treatment. Okay, she publicly credited the law with helping her access the treatment. Blah, 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 right? But She received an FDA-approved drug for unapproved use, and doctors could already prescribe approved drug for off-label uses before the Right to Try Act became law. All right? So her decision to support Trump is her decision, but it was not the law. Like the thing she did, she could have done without the law. Okay? But what she did was she claimed this law that he passed saved her life, when in fact she did an FDA approved treatment. She did an FDA approved treatment off label, and that is done all the time. Okay? So she was lying. The whole thing is just a lie, built upon a lie, built upon, a quiet piggy, right? That's it. Isn't that wild? It's all just lies, dude. Right? Dude, she is mental. Guys, she is mental. Let me just tell you, okay? If you look at this woman, she is so crazy. She is so bizarre. But she is like always in Trump's orbit. Always. She's right next to him. She carries a laptop. She recites his tweets. She's getting off the airplane. Now, people, again, he's not having an affair with her. He cannot get it up. Dude, he is like, but what I think she is, though, is I think she is like his yes woman, right? I think she behaves like a mommy and she yes womans him. That's what I think she does. Okay. She is a yes mommy where she babies him and she probably tells him that he's right even when he's wrong. And when people are mean with him, I'm sure she's like buffering his ego. Yes. How dare they challenge you? They're so terrible. You are the best president there ever was. I mean, when you look at her though, dude, she is particularly like crazy. I mean, look at her, dude. Look at her. What a craven weirdo. He'd watch her burn for fun. He would. Dude, he would. If Trump, in order for Trump to get $1 billion, if he had to throw Natalie Harp into a fucking meat grinder, dude, he would toss her in 1 sec. She is one heartbreak away from being our hero. May money, let's go! Yeah, can you imagine? But dude, she is always there, dude. With her weird little, with her laptop and her printer. They call her the human printer. But guys, what's weird about this is the fact that like Trump's wife isn't even around. Okay? His wife is not even around. Melania can't stand him. Right? Dude. It's like his own wife can't stand him, but this fucking weirdo is everywhere, guys. Dude, look at this. Look at her. She's got 4 phones, guys. 2 laptops. Okay, she's got a Mac laptop, a PC laptop, 2 laptops, and 4 telephones, guys. What in the burner account? Is she running burner accounts and the diaper bag? Dude, she's got burners. Who's got the burners? Who is she running? There's 4 fucking telephones here. Yikes. Dude, she is harping up, bro. Look at this one. This was back when he was on trial. Right? There she is with 2 phones and stacks of papers. Bro, she does. She knows some shit. She has the goods, guys. I guarantee you she has the goods. What a creeper. It's okay. Quiet, Piggy. Oh, Trumpy. Oh, Piggy. Oh, Natalie's gonna come and tickle you. She's gonna come and tickle your testes. Oh, Trumpy. Oh. Oh, Trumpy. Oh, Trumpy. Oh, yeah, that feels good. Oh, we gonna scratch the Piggy. Again, guys. Images of sledgehammers in my head. Sledgehammers. Dude, I'm going to sing some Peter Gabriel here in a minute. What a fucking weirdo, boss. Now, how does Melania feel about this? Dude, I want to see Melania on Melania on Natalie Harp. I mean, this one was crazy, right? There's Natalie Harp at the fucking 250 celebration, right? Again, no Melania. Oh, there's a story from the Daily Beast. Hold on, guys. Let's get this one. Hold on, let me fucking sort this guy real quick. I want to see this article, guys. Oh shit. Melania is not happy, guys. Now, that's tough. Oh, here we go. Melania's secret power struggle with Trump's blonde companion revealed. The First Lady does not appreciate her husband's 35-year-old assistant, according to a Trump biographer. Okay? Now, let's see who is giving it. So this is Michael Wolff chiming in, of course. Dude, Michael Wolff is Johnny on the spot. Dude, Melania Trump is locked in a secret power struggle with Trump's 35-year-old assistant. Natalie Harp has become seemingly inseparable, and her near constant presence is made all the more striking by Melania's absence. And that's true. I think the fact that Melania is never around makes the fact that Natalie Harp is always around just seem even weirder, right? So Daily Beast analysis found that the 56-year-old First Lady was seen in public just 47 times in 1 year in 2025 after his inauguration, and then 38 days in the first 7 months of 2026. So, dude, in almost 2 years, she's only been seen like 80 times, Melania. That's insane, okay? She's steering clear of her 80-year-old husband, right? According to Michael Wolff, right? So she's hardly there. I mean, when you see them, the hatred, it's just palpable, okay? Like the disgust. I mean, how could she not, right? If I was Melania Trump, I would be disgusted by Trump. He's like so gross. Okay, Hart, meanwhile, goes to extraordinary lengths to stay glued to Trump. When he moved his campaign operation from Palm Beach to his Bedminster golf club, she wasn't given a room, but she found a way to sleep nearby anyway, setting up a bed for herself in the maid's quarters before managing to move even closer by camping out in the women's locker room. Oh my God, dude. So before he won the presidency during the campaign, she was sleeping in the maid's quarters and the women's locker room just to be close to Trump. Okay? And during this time, she wrote a string of love letters that she would leave in his personal spaces. Okay. And this has been reported by Haberman and Swan in their book. You Are All That Matters to Me is one of the letters. Now, they've seen some of these letters. Maggie Haberman has. Harp superseded the White House staff and as well his wife and family. Nobody got between Harp and Trump, and you only got to Trump by going through Harp. So she is literally, Natalie Harp is like Trump's emotional security blanket. That's what she is. She's his blankie. She is his blankie. She is like his, you know, how he stays buttressed in this bubble of, you know, him being the king. Okay. As Harp and Trump's attachment to each other appeared to deepen, Melania declined even to move into the White House. Okay. And she is gone to New York. All right. Other than at ceremonial occasions or in a strictly official capacity, she has given up the role of wife. All right. Practically speaking, there is no room for her. And there's, you know, no one in the Trump camp thinks he's banging her, but they do believe that Harp is in love with Trump and will do anything, right? It's that weird, like, it's like Trump is Jesus and she's his little Christian servant. That is fucking crazy, bro. Melania is torqued. But again, she's lying about the Right to Try Act, guys. Yeah. Dude, I mean, look at, here's Melania. Dude, she won't even hold his hand, dude. She's like, get the fuck off me. Slaps him away. Dude, she is so disgusted by him. Dude. Yikes.
Feels very strongly that the UK should not invest in Huawei 5G technology. And on the trade side, the whole range of services and agriculture, it's all very contentious and difficult and will require...
Jeez, keeps the hand up. Dude, a handshake. Oh, we've all seen that one. Dude, she's like, later?
We're a laughing stock all over the world, and we're going to get that changed very quickly. And this has been some...
Dude, yo, Melania, blink twice if you need rescue. She's like, fuck you, Trumpy. Dude.
Trump, are you going to return to the campaign trail with your husband? Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Dude, shall we Paula White pray that Natalie snaps? Let's go, Paula!
Hey!
Dude. Yeah, I all I will say is this, okay, is Trump had a meltdown when asked about Natalie Harp, right? He melted down on the reporter. Melania has not been seen in 48 days. Isn't that crazy? She has not been seen in almost 2 months, and Trump melted the fuck down. Yikes. I will say this, guys. This was the shit that was like, I don't know. It's something about this, again, is just a little bizarre. Because all Ossoff said was Trump would rather travel with Natalie. That's what he said. He'd rather travel with Natalie. And everyone has been melting down over that comment. Like, I have not seen a like party-wide meltdown to this degree in a while. And Ossoff didn't even say anything risque. He literally said nothing, bro. Crazy shit, guys. Bonkers. All right. We got one more story. I'm going to go to the bathroom. We're going to come back and we are going to dig into this Andrew Tate stuff because I want to look at a small handful of things with Andrew Tate and Barron and his lawyer. They moved the court date and the pressure is ratcheting up. The lawyer, Joe McBride, is like starting to make weird veiled threats. And there was a Forbes article a couple of months ago, not too long ago, maybe it was a little 6 months ago or something. There was a Forbes article about Barron Trump that I swear to you, I think this Forbes article and I think Andrew Tate and Barron, I think there's a convergence that is happening, guys. I think there is a much deeper connection between Barron and Andrew Tate, and it's going to be real interesting to see if the Trump admin just shuns Tate and lets him end up back in the UK. I mean, dude, we all want to see him go to trial, but this could get real interesting. Wife, mother, failure, let's go! Mr. Ossoff melts your Haagen-Dazs. Oh, you like that, huh? You like that? All right, I'll BRB. I'm going to leave a song play while I go to the bathroom. Hang tight. I'll be right back.
Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Do you need anything like I need you?
Yo, yo, yo. Dude, Natalie Harp is a creep.
You could be late, you could be true. You could be underneath
Let's go.
my shoe.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. All right. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Dude, let's look at a little bit of the Andrew Tate shit. Now, the first thing I saw today with the Andrew Tate stuff was this weird, like, veiled threat. Now, you saw the push-ups. You saw the protest where, like, whatever, 22 guys showed up to, like, for their King Top G. Oh, my God. But there's this young guy who is now trying to be, like, a Tate content creator, and he is showing up at these events and interviewing people. And today he interviewed Tate's lawyer, Joe McBride. But watching this thing is really weird because they both appear to be like punch drunk. They're like punch drunk boxers. And the dude interviewing Tate's lawyer is just saying, yeah, He's not even like responding to him. They're both off in their own little worlds. But look at what McBride says, okay? Look at what the lawyer Joe McBride says. This is wild, dude. Dude. I mean, there's a couple of clips here. This is funny shit. All right, watch this. All right, dude, look at this guy. Like, how many punches to the head, dude, has this kid taken? Oh my God. It is the brain trust, dude. And yeah, it is a dick farm. Okay, if you look at the Tate things, it is a total dick farm. I mean, they're just it's a sausage factory.
What's your thoughts on all these like Tate haters online? It almost seems like they're coming from like a funded source. Like it almost seems like they're not even real people.
They're a bunch of British NGO sponsored incels who sniff lines of soy in their basements and hate men and hate testosterone and hate this country. They're funded. They're losers. I wouldn't look at that as reality. I would just look at that. Picture yourself as a man or a woman of God out here, and if you could see the ethereal realm, and if you're walking with the Spirit of God behind you, and then you have all these demons surrounding you. These are these little demons, these little elves, these little ugly little creatures who try to gnaw and chip away at you and get you to give in and get you to surrender and get you to stop what you're doing. They're nothing but a satanic, weak, pathetic, gay distraction, and I wouldn't even consider anything that they're saying as true.
Dude, what? How many like fucking, Urban Dictionary terms did this guy throw into one statement? Right? Like, you got NGOs funded, snorting soy in mom's basement, incel, like, hate America, hate testosterone. Dude, hey, Joe McBride, just so you know, buddy. Yo, Joe McBride, Andrew Tate's lawyer. Yeah, political punk here. Well, I got some bad news for you there, 𝗙𝗍𝗆. Yeah, first off, I'm real. All right. Second off, I do not hate testosterone, boss. Dude, I fucking love my penis, okay? I love testosterone. Sorry to break it to you. Nobody's snorting soy, right? We're just not running around like a dick farm, bro. Dude, look around you. You're always standing in a sea of dicks. And then you're talking about other people, like, being gay and shit? What's your deal? Dude, right now, you guys, there's more man titties in the frame. Every time you stand in front of a microphone, I see more man boobs than I ever see in one location. What are you talking about? All right? You like a punch drunk boxer. You don't know what the fuck you're doing, boss. All right? All right. Fuck you. Bye-bye. Dude. Jesus. All right. It gets better, though. Look at this one. This one is crazy. You ready? Oh, shit, dude. Dude, this is the one. Watch Mr. Punch Drunk over here just be like, yeah, yeah. He's like, yeah, But watch the Tate lawyer's statement.
And do you think that the Tates will be able to get out, or do you think that they're going to be extradited to the UK? What's your thoughts? What's that looking like?
It's hard to say. You know, it's hard to say. It really depends on the level of grace and the level of justice and the level of courage from everybody in the process. We believe that we have a compelling case in front of this judge for bond, but my understanding is she's never let anybody out on bond, ever. I could be wrong on that, but my understanding is she's never given bond to anyone. Wow. We need to demonstrate to this judge and say, Your Honor, this is why for the first time in your storied career that you should let Andrew and Tristan Tate out. If she says no and they stay in, then we have the extradition fight. If we lose that extradition fight, then it needs to go to the Secretary of State, which is of course Marco Rubio, and we'll make a compelling presentation to him as well as to why they shouldn't be extradited. And if they do extradite them, well then you can understand that the Republican Party is lost.
And do you think
you hear that? If they do extradite them, you can understand that the Republican Party is lost. Now, guys, is there no irony with these guys? Is there no irony whatsoever? Like no self-awareness? Look at this sign. This sign says, "Thank you, Andrew Tate, for teaching us bravery," while Andrew Tate is literally crying and begging for somebody to stop the extradition so he doesn't have to go face the charges that for the last 5 years he's been saying, oh, I can't wait to go to court and beat these guys. I want to go to court. Thank you, Andrew Tate, for teaching us bravery. The bravery of like ducking and dodging and trying to call in favors from powerful people, from bone-spurred rapists, from Epstein's best friend. Call anybody and everybody to just make it so you don't have to face the reality of the situation you created for yourself because you're so brave. Because you're a top G. You're my top G. Dude, top G is in the house. Oh, shit. Now, just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, guys, it gets crazier. Because look at what his fucking lawyer is doing, dude. No extradition without Trump's permission. Americans first. So his lawyer...
No extradition without Trump's permission. Americans first. No extradition without Trump's permission. Americans first.
Dude, they're making Boston Tea Party AI videos about like Trump saving them. Dude, what are these people doing? This guy's a lawyer. Why is a lawyer? I don't know, man. If I was facing extradition and my lawyer was spending all day posting AI videos, I think I'd be a little irritated by this. But this is what he's been doing all day, is he's been posting these crazy fucking AI videos. He's got another one of Tristan Tate.
𝗙𝗍𝗎 from Mexico. I am James Bond. I am 𝗙𝗍𝗎 from Mexico. I am James Bond. I own 44 yachts and 159 tequila companies.
Dude, what the fuck, bro? It is just like an endless AI slop.
I own 14 yachts. I have 44 passports in 300 different countries. I am an astronaut. Elon is the second trillionaire. I am the first.
Dude, what is he doing, bro? Andrew Tate owns the moon. The government's latest filing has him fleeing to the moon on a SpaceX rocket with Jack Sparrow's pirate gold. Right? Because the government has no sense of humor, hates free speech, and has never learned what the word hyperbole means. Free the Tate bros. Dude, what is... I don't even know who this shit is for. Right? Like, who is this content for? And now look at what they're doing. Now they're like, successful man, look around. The people hugging you now are the same ones who will betray you the moment your usefulness is outweighed by your risk. They use you, they tell you that you are great, and the day you are down on your luck, they'll abandon you for your own gain. Dude, these guys live in like a paranoid incel fantasy where like they're gods until, oh, whoopsie, now I got in trouble. Now everyone's mad at me. Now I'm going to write a bunch of like paragraphs about how everyone has forsaken me. What the fuck is going on, bro? Right? Isn't that wild? This is fucking wild, guys. All right? Now, here's the last one he fucking posted.
How do I get like a six-pack quick? Hey, Andrew, so how do I get like a six-pack quick? What's the fastest way to get a six-pack?
Why does it have to be quick? Why does it have to be easy? Why do you think life is all quick and easy? Why can't it be hard and difficult? Why can't you suffer? Because suffering is what gives it value. If everyone had a six-pack and it was quick and easy, then it wouldn't be valuable, would it? If everyone walked around with a six-pack and they got it easily, then no one would give a shit. The whole point is that it's difficult to get value.
Dude, wow. Dude, wow. I'm really starting to understand this Tate guy. Like, dude, a six-pack is valuable because it's hard to get. And like, suffering is important unless you're Andrew Tate and you're in the shoe awaiting extradition. Then suffering is bad and you got to have your rich daddy come in and help you out. Bro, the six-pack only has value because you must suffer to get it. Dude, this is how, like, there are people out there that are eating this shit up like Trump's diaper shit, boss. Dude, look at Myron Gaines is in there.
As valuable, you need something which is difficult to obtain. You shouldn't be thinking about quick and easy. You should be thinking about hard, suffering, pain.
Hard, suffering,
going through
pain.
it. That's what you should be thinking about. This is going to be hard, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because when it is done, then everyone's going to know that I went through something difficult.
Oh, Andrew. Dude, he's like a prophet. Except he's crying about being in the shoe now. Dude, isn't it weird though? Isn't it weird that they are like, you got the lilting piano music and they're like, oh my God, hard, suffering, be at war, be this man. But then they look at Andrew Tate and are like, why's homie crying about being in the shoe? Why's homie not going to the UK and facing these charges and winning in court? Right? Right? He's so inspirational until like it's time for him to step up, right?
To how you view things. You have to believe you're the fucking man, and you have to believe you can achieve anything. I'm not saying you can achieve anything easily. I'm not saying it's not going to take a whole bunch of work. I'm not saying it's going to happen quickly. But you have to believe you can achieve anything.
Dude, you can achieve anything, guys, except, you know, going and facing your extradition. Dude, I want him in jail. Now, let's get back to the Barron. Let's get to the Barron Trump connection though, guys. Okay? Because there's a number of things going on here. Okay? Now, we know for starters that Congress has been asked to investigate Barron Trump. And this was started by Jessamyn Ansari, the representative from Arizona. And she drafted a letter to Chairman Comer about the House Judiciary Committee saying something's going on with the Tates. It does look like they helped get the Trump admin helped the Tates get out of Romania. Now they're being held with extradition. There is some connection with Barron, and we should look into this. Now, of course, Comer is not going to do any of this. Nobody in the Republican admin is going to touch this. However, the Dems are more than likely going to control the House after this election. So come January of 2027, it's going to be on. And this investigation with Barron will go forward. Now, what's interesting is people are putting the puzzle pieces together about Barron. And they're wondering if Barron, you know, being on FaceTime with that British woman who got beaten up by her Russian boyfriend, who then filmed himself beating her up in front of Barron Trump. And then Barron Trump calls the British authorities to report this domestic violence attack on this woman that he knew. And then he didn't want to get involved. He wanted to stay mum. He didn't want to talk about his relationship to this woman. And then that Russian guy who beat the woman went to prison quietly for several years. And this happened literally weeks after Andrew Tate and Justin Waller and Barron Trump were starting to have these Zoom calls. Okay. They had these Zoom calls in the end of 2025 after the election. Tate was giving Barron dating advice. They were talking crypto. They were talking about the inauguration. Tate's homie, Justin Waller, gave Barron Trump a tailor who fitted Barron for the suit he wore at the inauguration. And then that incident happened with the British woman and that Russian national right before the inauguration. It was 2 days before. Okay. I believe it was January 18th. Let's see here. Hold on. It was 2 days. 2 days before the inauguration. So you had this deepening connection with Tate and Barron and Justin Waller. They were starting to do Zooms. They were starting to communicate. Now, Tate has long-standing ties to the Trump family, okay? And this is where it gets crazy, guys, okay? Look at this shit. Wait till you see this picture, guys. Look at this photo. It's 2017. Okay? This is a full 2 years before Andrew Tate became Mr. Famous. Which is honestly, guys, Andrew Tate went to visit with Don Jr. at Trump Tower. This was years before Tate blew up. Now, guys, if you roll back the clock and you go back to Gamergate and you go back to Steve Bannon and the Epstein files and him and Jeffrey Epstein having meetings talking about influencing young people, influencing young men. These Steve Bannon and some of these Trump guys, these Brad Parscales of the world, have been working on a male indoctrinating agenda for some time now. Okay. I mean, especially as college women have gotten more and more liberal, the right wing and the MAGA people have tried to activate the voting instincts of young white men who normally don't vote. Okay. Now, this is really weird that Andrew Tate was already meeting with the Trump family at Trump Tower in the first admin before Tate was even famous. And this led me to wonder if the Trump family and that AIPAC money, that billionaire money that was, flowing out of Epstein and Israel and Adelson and all the people, the Russian money and the Saudi Arabian money, all this money flowing through Trump land, made me wonder if Andrew Tate was getting astroturfed into the manosphere. If he was literally, a lot of his online explosion could have been initiated by, paid fucking promotions. Because think about this. He's got 10.8 million followers on Twitter. Okay? And this guy is like, his content is everywhere, but this motherfucker's in prison and 20 people showed up to do push-ups outside that jail cell. 10 million followers online and only 20 people show up. That is like really fucking bizarre. Okay? And you heard Tate's lawyer saying, oh, everybody who opposes Tate is an NGO. They're paid bots. I don't think so. Okay? I think these guys were trying to elevate Tate, maybe even trying to elevate some of these other manosphere influencers. You know? It's pretty fucking weird. And Jeffrey Epstein was alive and well at this time, at 2017, when Tate was meeting with Don Jr. Now, here's the article that I saw that really sort of made alarm bells go off in my head. And it was a Forbes article about Barron Trump. Okay? It's this one. And this is from October of last year. All right? How 19-year-old Barron Trump is worth $150 million. Okay? This was right around the time that the election was, the final stages of the election. This came out. And at this point, Barron and Trump and Justin Waller and all these guys, Trump did the Aiden Ross podcast, right? His show on Rumble or whatever, Twitch, right? And Trump was going on Rogan. Trump was doing all the manosphere circuit, okay? Charlie Kirk was doubling down on elevating Trump. This was back in 2024, right? And then all of a sudden, by the end of the first year, Barron Trump is worth $150 million. Okay? $150 million. And if you go in here, right? And it's like, I've got a very tall son named Barron. Has anyone ever heard of him? He says jokingly, he said, Dad, you got to go out and do Joe Rogan, Trump bragged, crediting Barron's insights with helping him win more young voters. He also gives his 19-year-old credit for showing him a thing or two about crypto, the source of the president's quickly expanding fortune. Barron, who taught his dad what a wallet is, co-founded World Liberty Financial, a cryptocurrency company, with his father and older brothers last year, less than 2 months before the 2024 election. They founded World Liberty Financial. Okay, most financial advisors wouldn't advise getting your parents into crypto, but most parents aren't about to be elected president. When Dad won, World Liberty exploded. Forbes estimated it's added over $1.5 billion to the Trump family fortunes, about 10% of which, or $150 million, belongs to Barron. Okay, now guys, and yes, now they're giving it banking privileges, but guys, I cannot underestimate, okay, or let me rephrase that. I cannot overestimate the role that crypto plays in Andrew Tate's businesses, okay? Because Andrew Tate was operating illegal cam operations. Andrew Tate was in Romania connected to casino mobsters, Russian mafia, et cetera, Crypto is where these guys hang, okay? Crypto is where these guys move large amounts of money, illegal money, human trafficking money around the fucking world. They move it into accounts. They can trade money for shit, right? They can, you scratch my back, I fucking send you some money I send you some crypto to a wallet, okay? Now, this is what's wild, guys, is that during this time, while World Liberty Financial explodes, and now the Trump family is deeply involved in crypto, and Trump, mind you, has had money laundering, connections for a while. Trump's bank accounts got shut down because of money laundering flags, guys. Okay? If you look at this, right? Right here. Okay? This is from 2 weeks ago. Trump bank accounts. Remember when they got debanked? And they made this huge deal about getting debanked? They're like, oh, they're out to get us? Well, he got debanked because there were concerns over money laundering. Capital One, okay? Bank accounts held by President Trump were closed by Capital One in 2021 after it flagged financial activity that had characteristics of money laundering, okay? And the court filing is tied to a lawsuit filed against Capital One by one of Trump's financial holding companies. So he filed a lawsuit against Capital One, one of his companies did, because of the debanking. And Capital One's like, yo, this shit was like pinging money laundering stuff, okay? Capital One wants the lawsuit dismissed. The closures were the results of months of analysis and a careful review by Capital One's team in accordance with bank policies and regulatory guidance, and they use the AML team, which is the anti-money laundering team. Okay? So Trump now sued Capital One. He's suing JP Morgan Chase for the debanking, okay? But the thing is they got debanked because of the money laundering. All right? Now, I'm not going to fucking give Capital One and all these people a cookie, because all of these banks, Capital One, JP Morgan Chase, fucking, Deutsche Bank, they've been covering money laundering for Trump, for Epstein, for all of these fucking guys forever. If anything, they're only speaking up about this to try and like cover their own ass. That's really it. Okay, Capital One is predatory. That bank sucks. Okay, they sponsored Taylor Swift's like wristbands and shit, but Capital One, dude, they have like 33% interest and they go after young college students. They're fucking terrible. Okay, Capital One is predatory in and of itself. They are. They literally target students with credit, and their interest rates are literally like the Russian mob, dude. They're so bad, okay? They're so bad. I was so disappointed that Taylor Swift used them as a sponsor. Dude, Elf says, I don't know what to do with my money anymore because I don't know anything about money outside of not using anything. Dude, Elf, let's go, baby. Dude, we love to see it. Dude, you know, it's crazy, though, when you have a ton of money. I mean, I don't know what to do with it either, boss. Right? If I had a ton of money, you sound like you've said that you like have millions or some shit. I don't know. Dude, stay away from the crypto, though, dude. The crypto is not a good investment. All right. So, all right. Now, the thing is Trump's legal team dismissed the money laundering claim, but they did not address the internal findings by the bank. Okay? And let me see here. So, let's see where it says, all right. It says, in the court filing, okay, Trump had more than 300 bank accounts with Capital One. Dude, he had 300 bank accounts, guys. With one bank, with Capital One, more than 300. They were for a variety of Trump-branded businesses, from a golf course to a winery. He banked with Capital One for a decade. In the court filing, Capital One said it had no reason to make a political statement with the closure of his accounts, and the move had everything to do with activity in the accounts being flagged by anti-money laundering experts with the bank. They never publicized the termination decision, right? Of course they didn't, because it's confidential. It's only coming out because of the lawsuit. But guys, so we have Tate being connected to Don Jr., being connected to Trump Tower, being connected potentially to Bannon and Epstein, maybe being astroturfed. We have Trump money laundering with Capital One. And then all of a sudden we have Barron Trump like coordinating the Tates and the Aiden Rosses and the Joe Rogans with his dad. And then next thing you know, the Trump admin, Richard Grenell, goes and gets the Tates out of Romania. And during this, Barron Trump, newly investing his family into crypto, is now all of a sudden worth $150 million. Now, what I wanted to say before, guys, is I cannot overstate the role of crypto with Donald Trump. Okay, literally, the role of crypto, I cannot overstate the role of crypto with Andrew Tate. If you look at Andrew Tate's stuff, The War Room, if you look at Andrew Tate's The Real World, 90% of Andrew Tate's like pyramid scheme with helping young men is about crypto. Okay? And literally, guys, what it looks like with the Tates and crypto is they created this like self-help group for millions of young gamer like crypto bro kids. And then they bring them into the Tate War Room Discord and they start giving them advice about buying crypto and investing in crypto. And then I think they were like selling it off. I think they were using the Andrew Tate following of these young men to buy crypto, and then they would fucking sell that shit off. They had like a built-in audience to aim at shit while they were like training them, right? I mean, this shit is just gnarly. And then all of a sudden, Barron Trump is involved with World Liberty, and next thing you know, dude, this kid is worth $150 million. And now the Tates are arrested here in America. They're sitting on extradition. Their lawyer is desperately trying to rouse the Trump camp, and nobody is picking up the phone, okay? The Trump people, no one is answering the phones. No one's responding. Now, we don't know how this is going to play out. If Trump or Marco Rubio are going to somehow save the Tates from this extradition at the end, or if they're going to sign off on it, we'll see. It's maybe going to happen close to the election. Maybe they actually do prevent them from being extradited in order to try and win favor with young white men, hoping these guys do it. But like, man, I'm telling you right now, when you look at this shit, I'm telling you right now that I believe Barron Trump's crypto and World Liberty Foundation, I think they're connected, okay? World Liberty Financial, Barron Trump and Andrew Tate and Don Jr. and whoever Tate is in business with, like these Russian oligarchs. Dude, I'm telling you, these guys, there's a connection, okay? And there's a reason why Grenell went and got the Tates out of Romania. And I don't know if it was like moving shit around or if it was something that needed to be done. And I don't know if they're going to sell Tate off right now. But man, dude, Barron, that woman in England, the Tates, World Liberty Financial, Barron's $150 million. Dude, this shit is not disconnected, okay? All of this shit is connected, guys. And now World Liberty is like a bank. And yeah, you got Todd Blanche in the DOJ. So naturally, none of this shit is getting prosecuted, okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, none of this shit is going to ever see any interest from the DOJ or what have you, right? Let's take a look deeper into this article here. So now they have another, right? The company, there's a company that holds the Trump family stakes in World Liberty that is called DT Marks DeFi LLC. All right. And it's like, so they're using the Trump name to basically like get MAGA cult members to buy tokens. This is like the same ruse that Tate uses with his, like, you know, MLM in his Discord. Okay? And so Trump owns 70% of that company, and then Tate Don Jr. and Barron each control 10% each. So that's a cool $150 million for this. All right, World Liberty tokens, right? Look at this. Initially, the 10% didn't amount to much. World Liberty tokens couldn't be resold or transferred once purchased, and token sales were middling. But after Trump won the election, crypto entrepreneur and billionaire Justin's son, who had been under investigation, look at this shit, okay? Dude, after Trump won the election, crypto entrepreneur and billionaire Justin's son, who had been under investigation by the SEC, announced he was investing $75 million into World Liberty to, guess what? Make that investigation go away. Dude, Trump's SEC paused the probe after he put in $75 million, and then sales took off. And then by August, World Liberty sold $675 million worth of tokens. Barron's share came out to $38 million. Then in March, World Liberty announced another product that was a stable coin. Okay, the market cap is around $2.6 billion. And so Barron's share of that is $34 million. Then in August, World Liberty struck a deal with publicly traded healthcare company, 𝗙𝗚𝗫, which was seeking to become a crypto treasury company. Why is a publicly traded healthcare company becoming a cryptocurrency treasury company? As part of the deal, 𝗙𝗚𝗫 traded 750 million of tokens for 1 million share of its stock. 99 million warrants that are worthless if the stock stays below 750, and 20 million warrants exercisable at even higher prices. So they used a pile of money raised to buy 717 million of World Liberty financial tokens, which again, guys, when a publicly traded healthcare company is doing crypto business with the fucking president, we are not getting any healthcare. You wonder why we don't have fucking healthcare? You wonder why we're not getting Medicare for all? Because all of this shit is crazy. Okay, then Barron received 2.25 billion World Liberty tokens. All right. In addition to this, when World Liberty started, and taking into account that that's worth 45 million today. So all total, okay, this kid has $150 million in crypto-related money in this weaving entanglements. Dude, isn't this crazy? And right in the middle of all this is Andrew Tate's lawyer being like, yo, Trumpy, we're going to sink the fucking Republican Party if you don't help me avoid extradition. All right, Elf, dude, let's go, Elf. You're crazy. Let's go. All right, Elf says, long story, I got over 500,000 in the last quarter from my parents and my standard savings, so you need to get something. Dude, let's go. Dude, thank you, boss. Dude, let's fucking go. Dude, 500K just in a quarter? Dude, that's insane, bro. Jesus. Dude, Elf, big pimpin'. Dude. Now, again, guys, this, though, you ready? This is why 𝗙cie𝗶𝗋 is heavily pursuing, right? This is why 𝗙cie𝗶𝗋 and why the Democratic House is going to be heavily pursuing Barron Trump, guys. And the connection to the Tates and you know, Don Jr.'s connection to the Tates and Richard Grenell and everybody in the Trump admin, and they're going to be trying to fucking sort out what exactly is going on here, because something is fucking stank. Something is stank with this shit, okay? Because here, right, Richard Grenell, look at this. All right. This was fucking way back, like, I don't know, 2 months after the inauguration, where Roger Stone even deleted this tweet. Okay. Look at that. March 6th, 2025. Richard Grenell secured the release of the Tates because there was no evidence against them. So now, of course, DeSantis says these citizens who have no pending charges are not welcome in Florida. So DeSantis bucked up, but he deleted this tweet, guys. Okay? This was 2 months after. Again, they're not stepping in now. Okay? But fucking, dude, this shit is getting whacked. Right? Love ever, dude. Felicia, let's go. Thank you, boss. We appreciate you. Dude, isn't that crazy? And now they're like, oh, leave Barron alone. Leave Barron alone. Leave Barron alone. Right? Don't fucking get Barron involved. But dude, Barron is involved. All right? Dude, they're trying to say she's taking money from Iran. Dude, that's so funny. Oh my God. Again, they're flipping out, guys. Right? And look at this, though. Dude, here's another one. Okay? Bill Pulte and Andrew Tate cross-grift after the GameStop pump. Okay? So Bill Pulte, who's now in charge, the director of national intelligence, okay, acting director. I don't think this guy better not get confirmed. But dude, Pulte was involved with Tate too. So you got Trump and Barron and Pulte, and who knows how Lutnick and Epstein's money ties into this shit, but they're all tied to fucking Andrew Tate, man. Okay? And then all these guys are deep in the Epstein files. I mean, Elon's tied into this. Peter Thiel is tied into this. Sergey Brin is tied into this. Bill fucking Gates is tied into this. And we don't even know. We don't even know. I mean, Andrew Tate could be in those Epstein files too, right? Todd Blanche was confirmed. DL, I was talking about Bill Pulte being confirmed, about Bill Pulte maybe not being confirmed because he's such a fucking disaster. But yeah, Blanche is confirmed. We are officially on the slippery slope into Putin level corruption. Yeah, see, that's just it. If Tate does have something, okay, if Tate has something on Trump, either Trump's gonna come out and like yank these guys out of extradition, or Tate's gonna get extradited to the UK and get like Epstein or Kirk, right? Something's gonna go on, guys. And you know, the other thing is this guy, okay? Paul Ingrassia. Okay, Paul Ingrassia. You've heard this name before. Remember how I talked about Tate's War Room? This guy, Paul Ingrassia, is a Tate insider. Okay? Paul Ingrassia, when Tate was running the War Room, which is that crypto advice, whatever, all these young men, the Tate supporters are in there, and he's like teaching them about the gym and crypto and investing. Paul Ingrassia was one of the major higher ups in the Tate War Room. And now Paul Ingrassia works for the Trump admin. This fucking guy, a Tate War Room insider, one of the guys leading the crypto fucking, you know, Tate's crypto world, is, let's see what his fucking title is. He's like a special counsel, okay? He is the acting general counsel at the US GSA, okay? The General Services Administration. There he is. He leads a team of 100 attorneys across 7 divisions focusing on implementing the executive orders on the GSA's statutory responsibilities and improving the efficiency of legal and regulatory processes. Okay, this is another Tate insider and he's an acting general counsel, which means this guy didn't get like confirmed or didn't get an official. He just got elevated as an acting general counsel. So Trump fucking, like gerrymandered this guy in there. Trump like buddy the same way he did with Chad Wolf in the DHS and Bill Pulte in the DNI, right? That's Trump's sort of MO, is to leave jobs blank so he doesn't have to go through Senate confirmation. He doesn't have to go through any of the like checks and balances. And then he just elevates someone into the acting role. And then he just leaves it there until somebody legally challenges him. And then he has to respond to it. Okay? Isn't that wild? So this guy, this 𝗙𝗙𝗍𝗍 guy, is a heavy-duty Tate insider, is also a key fucking member in the Trump fucking White House. Like, bro. It's all fucking tied together, guys. It's all tied together, and this fucking weasel, right? This weasel is right in the fucking middle of this shit, bro. Dude, Elf, because your son needs it, let's go! Elf, let's go, baby!
Big ol' bitties!
Yes! Dude, I don't know if you heard yesterday, Elf, but when we were in New York, Bryce did get a jersey. He got an 𝗙switch 1990s jersey, one of the ones with the tie up. So he got a really amazing soccer jersey that he fucking loves. And then we did buy him a bunch of, like, we went to this vintage shop and I bought him like several $100s worth of like vintage clothing. So cheers to you, big man. Let's go. Dude, isn't this fucking crazy? This shit is whacked out, guys. All right? Now, we're going to finish on something light. Okay? All of this is going to come to pass. I mean, Trump is really going to pull out all the stops because losing the House, you are going to see Barron Trump at the center of the House investigations. It is coming. When we retake the House, this is coming. There is a deep connection between Tate and Trump and Barron Trump and who knows else. I don't know if it's Russian mafia, if it's Putin, if it's fucking, Israeli mafia. I mean, it could tie into other influencers, certainly. There's like a lot of funding behind these guys, but I know it has to do with crypto and money laundering. And so this shit's going to get gnarly. This shit is going to get gnarly. And I do wonder, though, if Trump is going to sink Tate and the Tates are going to get Kirk. Okay? I do wonder if they're going to get Epsteined, guys. Something could happen to these guys. That may be why they're freaking out so hard, because they know if they get extradited to the UK, they're not coming back, right? So, yeah, I want to watch them all burn. But, guys, I want to finish off on one thing that's pretty funny, okay? This is pretty funny, and it sort of goes back to the Natalie Harp and the Jon Ossoff thing, because, like I said, everybody was freaking out about this, but the best freak out to Jon Ossoff's Natalie Harp comment, again, all he said was Trump would rather travel with Natalie. So the biggest freak out came from our favorite butt plug head, Stephen Cheung. Okay? Stephen Cheung had an absolute fucking meltdown, and he came up with a new, look at him. Look at this response, guys. Now, mind you, this is the assistant to the president and the White House director of communications that is responding like this. So this is not like me on the internet just out there being a fucking rabble-rouser. This is an official director of communications for the fucking White House who leaves a statement that says John Jackoff has to be the biggest cuck loser in politics. Instead of denigrating hardworking people serving their country, John should look deep into his soul and ask him why he's a miserable person who hates this country. It's because he's a radical extremist Democrat. Dude, he calls him John Jackoff. Dude. Dude, but look at my response. I was like, wait, I know my butt plug's got to be around here somewhere. Dude, because look at him, dude. He looks like a fucking butt plug, dude. Look at his head. It is the perfect butt plug shape. Isn't that crazy? That is absolutely like, dude, and yeah, who tied the tie, bro? Look at this schlump. This guy's talking. He's calling John Ossoff John Jackoff. Like, bro, I know that this guy, every time he brushes up against a woman, this guy runs to the bathroom and is like tugging like there's no tomorrow, bro. He's probably wiping up with his tie. Jesus. If a big toe wore a suit. Dude, look at that. Like, what in the fuck, bro? They're like holding on to him just to like keep him standing. He does get paid. Let's see how much he's making. White House Communication Director, he's making $200K a year. $195,000 a year. Okay? For having a head shaped like a fucking butt plug, dude. Jesus. Dude, $200K, bro. Dude. What are we doing, man? John Jackoff. John Jackoff. Dude, there he is. What a smarmy, miserable fucking weirdo, bro. Oh, dude, this is the best, dude. Dude. Stephen Cheung on his way to the decoy food cart. Dude. So funny. He is the White House Communications Director calling a senator John Jackoff. Bro, he's so gnarly. Dude, he is so gross, dude. I mean, I do kind of want to know who his tailor is, right? I'll be honest. Whoever this guy's tailor is working overtime. Bro, right? Nude. Isn't that amazing? Hold on. I think I had a post right here where I'm like, yo, Stephen Cheung, can I get the number of your tailor? Dude, look at that. Oh, shit, bro. Oh, my God. That shit is crazy. John Jackoff. Crazy, dude. Oh, my God. Look at that neck. Was he Dan Aykroyd's inspiration for Coneheads? Let's go, Two Sugar. Let's go, dude. Thank you again to Elf. It's a little Paula for you, Elf, baby. Yes. All right, guys. I gotta go make some videos. All right, I'm going to go make some videos. I'm going to go do a brain scrub with a fucking, you know, like a grill brick to try and get this image, all images of Stephen Cheung out of my head. Oh my God, dude. Isn't that fucking crazy? Shit is wild, dude. Let's go, dude. John Jackoff. Dude, that's a great name, bro. Dude, John Jackoff. You want to see Piggy? There we go. Oh, go to sleep, Piggy. Oh, come here. Oh, come here. Oh, there you go, Trumpy. Oh, there you go, Piggy. Oh, Melania. Melania, bring me the sledgehammer, please. Oh, I'd be right there. I'd be right there. Dude, Melania's bringing the sledge, guys. Shh, quiet. Quiet, Piggy. All right, guys, let's go, baby. Let's go. Dude, if you haven't already, make sure you like the video, drop that sub, and turn those noties on. All right, let's go. We're building something here, guys. If you want to quiet the Piggy, make sure to drop that sub, hit that like button, and turn those noties on. All right, I am the sledgehammer. You know who is the Piggy. Let's fucking go, baby. Come on. All right, you ready? You ready? You ready? We got a dance party incoming. So let's go. Thank you to everybody, all the fucking support tonight. People hitting the dance party goal. Thank you to 𝗏 for fucking quarterbacking. Dude, thank you for our Australian friends for dropping those shrimps on the bobbies. Let's go. All right, I'm going to go make some videos. I'm trying to get on a fucking good schedule. Dude, 𝗙𝗆𝗆unk with 5 more gifteds. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Thanks for the laughs. You're welcome. Dude, you guys are welcome. Dude, we're about to dance like nobody's watching, everybody. This is going to be, it's going to be amazing shit, guys. My body, though, I'm warning you in advance, my body's still a little broken. So I don't know how good the dance is going to be. I'm going to give it my all. Dude, 𝗙𝗆𝗆unk again, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Oh, shit. Dude, for all those gifted memberships. I'd like to say a special thank you to John Jackoff and to Natalie Harp, right? For, you know, providing endless inspiration. Right? Oh, shit. Dude. Oh. Oh, feels good to stretch. Going to the beach? Let's go. All right. All right. You ready? We're going to fucking kick up some shit, boss. Hold on. All right. All right. Interesting. All right. It's getting a little bit of a wider exposure. Good, good. You ready? Let's go. Pine Box. Yes. Please, God, if you're listening, Pine Box. Pine box, sledgehammer. Dude, all of a sudden I want to listen to Peter Gabriel, right? I want to be your sledgehammer. Oh, quiet Piggy. Woo! All right, here we go, baby. Let's get a little deja vu, boss. Let's get it. Come on, come on.
Choices, I got a lot of ways that I can go. I hear a lot of voices, they have a lot to say, but I've known, been here before. Yeah, I do recognize the title. There's marble floor, and I don't need my eyes to see what lies behind that wooden door.
Oh shit!
I wonder, all right. My pleasure together.
Everyone's waiting.
Anticipating.
All right, dude, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go make some videos. I'm gonna go get some sleep. You guys have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow. We got a lot of stuff left to cover. We got a lot of shit to overcome because Trump, dude, the man is like a scorching case of herpes, boss. That motherfucker is not going away. In the meantime, guys, you gotta take care of your head and remember to stay radiant. Good night.
I just wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. I just wanna change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. It's about